Next up, at UFC 319, we have Geoff Neal taking on Carlos Prates. Geoff Neal, 16-6 in his career. He is 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off that knee injury win over RDA, where didn't really go long enough to know what was going to happen in the outcome there. Taking on Carlos Prates, 21-7 in his career. 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that decision loss to Ian Gary, where he rallied and almost had some success late. Geoff Neal is a good fighter. He's sort of the test, the barometer, the bar to measure how good some of these fighters are or are not. He was the first person to get Shavkat Rakhmonov anywhere near a decision. And that's how they're sort of using him here. Try to find out how good is Carlos. Like, we watched him smoke some people. Then we watched him lose to Ian. Where is he on this scale? And it's not going to be the easiest test because Geoff Neal is good. He's got real power. He's got solid volume. He's got good takedown defense. He's not crazy technical, but he's aggressive and he throws hard. He doesn't really need to be technical because he can dictate that pace. He can dictate the range and he can fire away in exchanges. If you get in his face, if you tie him up a little bit, he can get a bit frustrated. I mentioned he's coming off that injury win over Rafael Dos Anjos, taking on Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates, a dangerous striker. He's got big power. He's got great range control. He's pretty light in his feet. He manages to throw kicks basically whenever, wherever. He moves really well. He'll just drop on a dime and just boom, a kick just right at your head immediately. And it's all insane because, as we know, this dude smokes a pack of cigarettes a day, just drinks like it's no big deal. He is coming off of that loss to Ian Gary where he was a little bit behind in the striking. But he had that late rally, and I'm still convinced that if he threw a few more strikes and poured it on just a little bit more, maybe ditched a cigarette or two, they would have stopped that fight in his favor. And in that fight, we saw Carlos Prates is not quite as good as we thought he was, but also at the exact same time, a little better than we thought he was. He's not quite as good because he was just literally outstruck by Ian Gary. Ian Gary was just a little more technical. The threat of takedowns were a problem for Carlos. But he was better than we thought because he did not give up. That was a 5-round fight. And very late in that fight, he is still moving forward, still landing clean, still making stuff happen. He didn't get frustrated. He wasn't absorbed by the moment. He was just losing to the better fighter and then had a late rally. I think he wins here. I'm going to pick him to beat Geoff Neal. I think he's just going to be a little too fast, a little too clean with the striking. I think he's going to be a little too accurate. So I'm going to pick Carlos Prates. But, I mean, Geoff Neal's good. So it's a little nerve-wracking, but I think he gets it done. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I'm staying away from this one completely. I just want to enjoy this fight. I'm going to pick Prates because I think he is a little bit cleaner striker than a guy like Geoff Neal. But you're going to hear Saif Saud screaming at Geoff Neal to be first, be forward, because that's how he's going to be able to win this fight. You got to push this guy backwards because if he's able to control the middle of the octagon and fight in space, he's going to be the rangier, more dynamic fighter, and he's going to get you in trouble. But if Geoff Neal can get in this guy's face, can make this a kind of a close boxing fight, dirty boxing, all that type of stuff. You saw him hurt Shavkat in that type of fight. You just can't let this guy, Carlos, start moving downhill at range, bouncing around left and right. You got to corral him. You got to be first. You got to be pressure. And a guy like Geoff Neal can get that done. So I'm not putting I'm not fucking betting this fight at all. I'm going to sit there and watch as a fan. I'm picking Prates to be able to do more at range. But if Geoff Neal comes in with the pressure, makes us dirty, and lands some shit, he can definitely win this fight. So everyone that's playing Geoff Neal is a value player or this and that or whatever, I fucking get it. I was on the Ian Gary side of the Prates fight, but I think Prates should be able to do this one, get this one done.
Yeah, it's a tricky fight. I'm not nearly as confident in this as I was just the last breakdown with MVP because we still got to see, like, what is Carlos Prates going to do? He's now squarely in the upper part of this division, right? This isn't Charlie Radke. This isn't Trevin Giles. This isn't Jing Lang. This is, an established guy who has fought some of the best people on the planet and had decent success. He just fought one of the best contenders at this weight class, didn't quite get there. So we don't know where Prates actually falls yet. So I think it's a great test. I think it's a great matchup to find out how good Carlos Prates is or is not. But I agree with Jacob. Nothing I'm confident enough in to throw a bunch of money at. $7,100 in DraftKings Fantasy for Geoff Neal. $9,100 for Carlos Prates. I had to go back and see. I know Geoff Neal was finished by Shavkat, but was he knocked out? He was not. So now it's like $9,100. Carlos Prates, there's not a backup plan. There's not like, let me shoot some really nice takedowns. It's, I'm going to trust my hands. But if Geoff Neal is too durable, too in his face, too much pressure, he's not going to find a finish. So even if Carlos, let's say, takes an easy decision, $9,100 in DraftKings Fantasy may not be worth it. You're going to have the finish there. So that's up to you if you're that confident or not. Check out WeWantPicks.com. Full-blown website with picks and bets and tools. It's the most interactive, most robust. It's $10 for an entire month. $10. You can't get 6 wings at Wingstop for $10. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. $5 Canadian from Peter Hodes. Ange, you turkey flap those wings, boy. Is he telling me to do this? What does that mean? What does that mean?
I didn't fucking donate. I don't know.
You turkey flap those wings. Is he asking me? Is he saying that I've got a turkey flap? Thanks for becoming a YouTube member, Peter. YouTube membership is just another way to support the boys. It's here on YouTube specifically. You get a crown next to your name. I have to look at the perks and see what else we can add to make it even more enticing. So thank you for that. And this is not a super chat. For all at the top said Brahms. Have you had Brahms yet?
What?
Brahms. It's like ice cream and like old timey burgers. It's there's one in Frisco.
I don't know if you can tell by looking at me. I don't eat ice cream.
It's not, but I just said old timey burgers too. People go for the food.
I'm pretty excited for the adult Happy Meals that are becoming at McDonald's. I'm getting ready to order McDonald's right now.
What's in the adult Happy Meals?
I don't know, maybe one of those WNBA dildos or something.
That is wild.
What's so wild about it?
Try to be like the legitimate sport. People just launching dildos onto the court. Crazy.
I mean, the best part is, what's her name? Was Sophia Cunningham, or I don't know what her name is.
Yeah,
Sophie. She tweeted like, "Guys, don't do this because somebody might end up getting hurt." And
then she got
smacked. Well, I don't think it's happening a little bit though.
What's crazy is she got crazy. Nobody knew who the hell she was. And then her and Caitlin Clark buddied up, and she stood up for Caitlin Clark a few times. And turns out Sophie Cunningham's hot. So now, boom, immediately, like she just took off. Now she's in commercials. So good for her. It's crazy. Crazy how quickly you can rise to fame.
I love those tall bitches.
I mean, she's tall as fuck. And she's like a Taekwondo national champ or something, too. So she blew up fast. Good for her.
Me.
Sticking up for her friend.